Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. There we go. Just wanted to do that. This is show number 391 for Thursday, August 14th. Scott Hammer, Ron Miller coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products Studio. Tonight on the show, we're going to be speaking with Red Hot Ronnie, Veronica McCann, and she's in the States doing some late model racing. And you were just telling me she's got some races down in Australia she's going to be missing out on.
Yeah, she's, I forget what her title is with late model racing Western Australia, but they have a race scheduled Saturday. I don't know how she's going to handle that.
I don't think she's going to make that. I know she's got a race scheduled here on Friday.
She's in a position of authority in the LMRWA, so...
which stands for?
Late Model Racing Western Australia.
There you go. Also, tonight we'll be doing our drawing for the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for Dominator Superstocks coming up Saturday.
I've had calls already wondering...
who's in it?
Yeah.
Well, we got...
And am I in it? Was not me, but they wanted to know if they were in it. I listened to the show.
We will be drawing for the 2 competitors and 2 alternates, and there will be 4 drivers disappointed with the outcome of that, and all random. So, and speaking of that, we also have Bleacher Creature feature coming up later on tonight too. For the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for the Dominator Superstocks, I got to mention all the prizes that go in for the winner of this thing. It's pretty big. $200 cash. Cash. That is courtesy of Team 1196, A to Z Mobile, A to Z 24-hour road service, Ledyard's Lawn Care, all putting the cash there. Then we got freeze frame photos, putting in a winner's photo. Speedy Sponsors organizing a $50 Wallace Racing Products gift certificate. They're also going to throw in a Speedy Sponsor sticker. Also, 2 grandstand tickets, 2 hot dogs, and 2 sodas.
Wow.
That's all from Speedy Sponsors. That's for Oakshade Raceway going to the winner. Oakshade Raceway is going to throw in a free pit pass. Going to the winner. 5 gallons of race fuel, courtesy of John Young Racing. And, of course, the extra-large 2-item pizza, courtesy of J&G Pizza in Clyde. So, yeah, there's a lot, lot going on there.
Cool.
And then, of course, coming up, the last Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race coming up on August 30th. That'll be for the compacts. And right now, that stands at $50 cash, courtesy of A to Z Mobile. Freeze frame photos throwing in that winner photo. Speedy Sponsors putting together the $50 Wallace Racing Products gift certificate, as well as the Speedy Sponsor sticker and the Oakshade admission meal pack, I guess is what we're calling it. The 2 grandstand tickets, 2 hot dogs, and 2 sodas.
Yeah.
And Oakshade's also going to throw in a pit pass for that one too. And you also...
I think the 2 support classes kind of outdid the late models.
Well, because they saw the late models and they're like, hey, I want to get in on this.
I want part of this.
We should have done the opposite direction, but no, I like to award these guys.
This is good.
And they'll get the extra large 2-item pizza from J&G Pizza in Clyde, and then on top of all that, they have a shot at that championship belt, the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race Championship belt, which is, I think, is buried on the couch over there right now. But we'll bring it to the track this weekend.
I know for a fact that some guys haven't been given their spot yet, but they've been practicing. Yep.
Time to beat currently is 2 minutes, 49 seconds, or I should say 2 minutes, 49.88 seconds. And that was Dusty Moore that set that time.
And his lap was a blazing lap. But I'm thinking there's a lot of time that can be made up.
In the hot dog part.
With the hot dog part, absolutely.
So winner getting that, and that belt courtesy of Charlie K's Barbecue and Big D's Barbecue, again going to the fastest overall time of our 4 events there. So looking forward to event number 3 coming up this week. And again, later in the show, we'll find out who the competitors will be from our Dominator Superstock class at Oakshade for that event. Couple of bills to pay here from Race Day Snapshots to custom gift items. Freeze frame photos delivers. Snag stunning action shots. Celebrate your victory lane moments and turn them into one-of-a-kind gifts. They've got everything from custom can koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, slate prints, magnets, buttons, and more, and you can add your own photos and graphics. Just call Charlie now at 419-407-6994, or you can visit freezeframephotos.redframe.com. He posts all the photos. There's like hundreds and hundreds of photos they take every single night, wherever they're at, typically at Oakshade, but they go to other tracks too. They got the photos on, and eventually you'll be able to order them right off of the website.
Right.
I think last I talked to them, they were still working on getting that set up. Freeze frame photos, special moments, frozen in time. Whether it's a late model modified or street stock, every body part counts. That's why you should choose Dominator Race Products, the go-to source for hood scoops, roofs, wheel covers, nose and tail components, body fasteners, and more, all engineered tough for the track. Whether you need an asphalt super late model nose kit, a lightweight aluminum two-piece roof, or durable composite panels, Dominator has you covered. Order online anytime, DominatorRaceProducts.com, or visit your local reputable race shop, such as Ron Miller Race Cars. And, of course, you can always call 419-923-6970 for quality parts that keep you dominating the race field. Trust Dominator Race Products. Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dittman Motorsports, and DCR Graphics, also sponsors of the show tonight.
Scott, I see a couple of our Australian listeners have checked in already. If you're listening in Australia, and I know it's fairly early on Friday morning, but...
good morning to you. Top of the morning to you, mate. I don't know. Did they say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day. There you go. Thank you. We're going to be chastised now. I apologize.
But if...
cultural appropriation there on my part.
Yeah, if you're listening from Australia, just give us a hi on the comments. Just say hello.
Racing Roundup.
All right, we got some action from this past weekend to recap here before we get to
It
Veronica
didn't rain,
McCann.
Scott.
It didn't.
Anywhere.
No. We got a weekend weather pit stop forecast coming up later on.
We do. If you
Does it go through Monday? Because there's a race on Monday.
This could be a problem. But go ahead.
Okay. Millstream Speedway in action this past Friday night. Rusty Schlenk picking up the Valvoline American Late Model Ironman Series win. Caleb Kaufman picking up the Ohio Thunder IMCA Race Saver Sprint Car Series feature win. Zach Weigel winning in the USAC Midwest Midgets, and Joey Hayter, a name we hear quite often in the Dirt Track Truck Series,
yes,
getting the win there. Butler Speedway on Saturday. Keith Scheffer Jr. picking up the 410 sprint win. Mannix Ferguson, your UMP modified winner. Dwayne Morley winning in the street stocks, and Jerry Manns winner in the four cylinders there at Butler. Oakshade Raceway, Rusty Smith hanging on to pick up his second late model feature win there. Ryan Davis picking up his second consecutive DCR Graphic Sportsman win. Adam Lance, I think that's at least his second consecutive. No, Jake Rundell won last week. So it's another win for Adam Lance there in the Dominator Superstocks, and Ryan Oakley picking up the win in the compacts. They also had the Vintage American Race Cars in action, and Seth Smith was your winner in that.
That late model race at Oakshade was a fun race to watch, Scott.
Yeah. Did you see Casey Noonan before he got the right rear going down?
I did. Boy, that was going to get real exciting, and then...
then his tire went flat.
Then it wasn't.
Yeah. Flat Rock Speedway on Saturday night, Kenyon Knight picking up the win in the street stocks. Billy Early in the figure eights, and Greg Rudzik, your MCR Dwarf Car feature winner. Montpelier Speedway also in action Saturday night. Tristan Chamberlain picking up the win in the UMP Modifieds. That was the John Halsey Memorial. James Headley picking up the win in the Super Stocks. Irvin Turner in the street stocks, and Drew Smith in the Hornets. I think that's a different Drew Smith.
I'm sure it is, because the other Drew Smith was down in Columbus at the Mopar Muscle.
All right. Must be a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Wayne County Speedway on Saturday night. Rusty Schlenk getting his second win of the weekend in the Valvoline American Late Model Ironman Series feature.
And I think he captured first place in points.
In points, I think I heard that too.
For now.
Do you know how many races are left in the...
Three points races left.
Interesting.
And it's close.
Kyle Moore getting the win in the UMP Modifieds on Saturday. Nate Young, your street stock winner. Kyle Petit in the mini sprints, and then Tuesday night back in action with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Pretty good race. I watched that on Saturday or Tuesday evening. Henry Malcutt picking up the win there. They had some issues with tires there. Right rears going down.
Yeah,
in that race, and Jamie Miller getting the win in 305 sprints.
What a surprise!
It is surprising. They got. Speaking of him, there's bounties that have been issued.
I saw that.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Lucas Oil late models were at Florence Speedway for the North-South 100 Thursday night. Garrett Albertson and Dalton Wilson picked up some wins. Friday night, Bobby Pierce and Devin Brand picking up some wins. And then Saturday night's main event, obviously we were at the track, so we didn't get to watch this live, but I saw some highlights of Davenport and Pierce trading sliders and
bumpers,
some paint.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff there, but Bobby Pierce picking up that feature win in North-South 100. World of Outlaw, NOS Energy Drink sprint cars at Knoxville, the Knoxville Nationals Thursday a week ago. Kyle Larson picking up the win. David Gravel picking up the win on Friday. And then Saturday, Ryan Timms. And I believe I said something last week on the show because he won Wednesday night, and I was like, he looked really good.
Yeah.
And he picked up the main event there on Saturday night, became the youngest driver to win the Knoxville Nationals at 18 years old. Cap Henry also in competition down there, or over there, I guess. He finished 11th in Saturday's B-Main, so not too bad. World of Outlaws, Real American Beer Late Model Series beat the Heat 40 at Highland Speedway last night. Tanner English was the winner in that. Not a lot of passing. It was no cautions. I did stay up to watch that.
The heat has a lot to do with that, Scott. It's seeing a lot of really dry racetracks lately.
I don't think the heat's going to go away. There's got to be something we can do to combat
Next week.
Next week. All right. Not this weekend, though.
Not this week, buddy.
Indy next series action, Grand Prix of Portland at Portland International Raceway on Sunday. Dennis Hogger picking up the win there. The BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland for the NTT IndyCar Series on Sunday. That was won by Will Powers, and I was kind of shocked by this, but I forgot the IndyCar Series. They wrap up their season awfully early because points championship's already over. Alex Palou, he clinched the season championship with 2 races left in the season. Ooh. So
that's a pretty commanding lead.
Yeah, well, there's only 2 left, but I mean, it just seems early because it's middle of August and championship's over there for the IndyCar Series. ARCA Menard Series action Friday night. General Tire, actually it was Friday afternoon, wasn't it? General Tire 100 at the Glen, at Watkins Glen. 15-year-old Tristan McKee getting the win there. Craftsman Truck Series later on Friday night. The Mission 176 at the Glen. Corey Heim picking up the win. Xfinity Series action, the Mission 200. Connor Zilish picked up the win. Yeah. And then he fell.
Yeah, a lot.
And he hurt himself.
A lot.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that, but he did get the win, so that was good. Cup Series action on Sunday. Go bowling at the Glen.
Guess who?
Shane Van Gisbergen picking up the win. Hammer down Army results from this past weekend. James Stamper finishing 3rd in the Compact A-Main at Oakshade. Grayson Warner finishing 12th in the Superstock A-Main at Oakshade. Peyton Hovis, 15th place finish in the Compact A-Main. And I got a 5th place finish in the Hammer Down Racing Report house car.
But wait, there's one more on the
Ron Miller.
No.
Where did you finish, even though you don't have a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker on your car?
I could.
Truck.
But you forgot Veronica McCann finished 4th at Hidden Hollow Speedway in her USA debut.
I did not see that, but thank you for doing that prep for me.
Well, yeah.
Again, should be talking to her very shortly here.
We're going to be doing that on the phone, or
I think so.
Okay,
I think so. We were trying to determine her time zone. She's in Tennessee, and 1/3 of Tennessee is in the Eastern time zone, and the other 2/3 is in the Central time zone.
Okay.
So we determined she's in the Eastern time zone, so she should be joining us at any time now, assuming we got the right time zone.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, stay tuned, folks.
Otherwise, we may be sending a message and
be dragging this out for an hour.
Rescheduling some other bits here. Before we get to that, got to mention Oakshade Raceway celebrating 50 years of racing as the Points Championship season draws to a close. Join the excitement Saturday night as Dirt Car, UMP, Late Models, DCR Graphics, Dominator Superstocks, and Compacts compete, as well as the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for the Dominator Superstocks.
Did you enter the contest?
No.
You didn't?
No, we already talked. I can't eat fast. If I could have a pinch eater, then I would, but I don't think those are allowed in the rules. And seeing as how I kind of came up with the rules from what Chris Mize taught me, I'm not going to change that for that. But
if you could have swallowed, you would have entered?
Possibly, but that might be a conflict of interest too.
You think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for the Dominator Superstocks. For schedules, updates, and behind-the-scenes action, visit OakshadeRaceway.com. Follow along on social media, Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race. And your wedding or special event should be magical. Magic Moment Entertainment makes sure it is. Ron Burt brings decades of DJ experience, smooth planning, and professional-grade entertainment to your big day. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report for $100 off your reception DJ service, and rest easy knowing there are no surprise charges ever. No fees for mileage, no extra costs for lighting, and full liability coverage included. Whether you're in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, or Kentucky, Magic Moment is here to make your event unforgettable. Give them a call at 419-594-2261 or connect on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. So there you go. Now I'm to the point where I was ready for Veronica here, so I might have to send her a message here. See what's going on.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Ron Miller race cars for a moment?
Yeah, Ron Miller Race Cars has been crazy busy, Scott. We've had an interesting project in the shop. It's a 1932 Ford Coupe. It's a project car.
Is that the car I saw that was there?
It could be kind of a tan color.
Was it the back of the shop, or was that a different one? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a challenge. I guess the gentleman that started the project passed away, and someone up in our area bought it, and I've been straightening out some things, and it's been a lot of fun.
So not only race cars do you do?
Hey, at my age, we can come up with repairs for all kinds of stuff.
Okay. She's there. Oh,
wait.
Well, somebody's there. Wait. Put her on the stage if you can, Dave, because I don't see her for some reason. What am I missing? Oh, wait, I think I saw her.
Producer Dave, help.
Nope, that was you I saw. We're using a different system. We're back to our old system here. We haven't used it in a while, so let's switch over here. Take this out. Yep, I was in there then. Timer was going, but you guys were frozen. I'll try again. All right, she's trying and join us here again.
Okay.
So maybe it wasn't me. Let's take this off and that from the stage. I see her. I see her now. All right.
Oh, that is her.
Veronica, how's it going? Wait, say something again.
Do you have your phone muted?
We can't hear you. It's the modern technology. Let's see, edit. I hear something, but we can't hear you talking. Can't hear. You just want to call the number? That way we can at least hear you then. All right. We'll figure it out. We'll get her on here.
Yeah.
I think producer Dave was trying to help out there. So we'll get her on the phone. Again, she's in the States. She's running late model. She's down in Tennessee.
Right.
And she's had a lot going on. Remember a year ago, and we'll talk to her about this because we haven't talked to her since she was here last year and broke her ankle, leg, something right after she got off the plane, I believe. So she didn't get to do any racing last year.
Went back home and had surgery. And
yes. That's a weird looking number. It must be Australian. Hammer down racing report.
So it's Veronica.
Hey, there you are.
Hey, Ronnie.
We got you now. We can hear you.
There we go. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's our crappy technology in the States. It's falling apart. So
Before we get too far into this, Veronica, LMRWA is scheduling a race in Pethara in just a day from now. How are you going to cover that? I know that you're totally indispensable over there.
It's those guys will take care of it. So all taken care of by the new committee. So they'll be fine.
You're sure?
I'm positive. They're a good bunch.
So before we get to your late model racing that you have going on now, I want to back up a little bit because we haven't talked to you in a while. A lot has happened in the past year.
You were on pain meds the last time we talked.
Did we talk to you with the ankle thing? I don't remember. But anyways, what happened?
No, I reckon it was before that. So it was before I left to come over.
Oh.
What happened? I had a deal to come over and base out of Tennessee, and within a couple of hours of landing, and I fell out of a truck. And I can laugh about it now. It wasn't funny at the time, but fell out of a truck, and my foot was facing the wrong way to where my leg was, and so I had a dislocated ankle, but had essentially exploded the ankle joint. So, I did a good job. I was very hopeful when they came in, and they said, because I was obviously taken to hospital, and they came in and said, there's the dislocation, so we're going to knock you out and put it back into place and then pop a cast on it. And I was super hopeful, and I just said, oh, so it's just dislocated. And the lady just shook her head and said, no, love, you've done a fair bit more damage. But it turned out the surgeon over here, my travel insurance, just was to go and have surgery at home. So I think I was only here for maybe 5 days all up, and then got medevaced out of the country and sent back home, and spent 30 odd hours flying home, and was taken straight to a hospital and evaluated over at home, and voila, fast forward to December and last year, and finally got to have a race. So it had been a while.
Now, is this the same team that you were going to race for a year ago? Yes. So luckily at the time, Josh, who's the team owner, he turned around and just said, are you interested in coming back? And here's me, who's just fallen out of a truck, thinking he's probably going to think I'm the clumsiest person in the world. But and we kept in touch, and eventually got back out here. So, and it's been awesome. So it's a shame we don't have cameras, because Scott is wearing his Nylander T-shirt, and I've got a vintage T-shirt from the wine festival at Margaret River about year 2000.
Oh, very nice, vintage.
It's got a cute little frog on it.
Oh, nice.
I don't get the racing connection on it, but he
there isn't any.
Yeah, okay. So how many races did you have planned last year? I mean, that had to be heartbreaking not only literally breaking of your ankle, but heartbreaking because you had plans to be doing a lot of racing here.
Yeah, so I think last year I'd committed to, I think it was about 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks by the time I traveled to and from. And that's a lot of planning to just go down the drain, isn't it? So, and financially, like for me to come over and commit to coming over here, and then for Josh to commit financially and as far as his time to be able to do that. And then all of a sudden within the first couple of hours, that all just turned to nothing. So, it was about I'd say about 5 weekends that it was meant to be, and I think I've stretched it out maybe a weekend longer this trip.
So did you get out of any trucks since you've been here this year? And have you been extra careful with
I was going to say, I'll bet if she got out of a truck, she did it carefully.
I have never, since I did it, so since I've gone through, I got out of the boot, so I went cast to boot and then did all of the rehab. I have never been more cautious in my life as far as stepping down from things, stepping on uneven surfaces. It's insane how much it makes you aware of how easily things can sort of go south. Yeah. So, yes, I'm very, very, very cautious. Even, these guys have a stacker trailer, so anytime that I'm going up top in the stacker or loading anything up in there, I'm putting runners on, so I'm not wearing flip-flops. So I'm just super, super cautious.
I want to talk about your new role at Perth Motorplex, but before we get to that, let's talk about this team that you're here, the dirt late model that you're running. What kind of equipment you got? What kind of racing you got? What's on your schedule for the next month or so?
Look, it's as far as week to week, and I knew this, and as an Aussie, it was very unusual, and I think I sort of questioned Josh a bit when we were doing the planning last year, more about is there a bit of a schedule, what tracks we're planning on going at, but he's kind of had to reassure me multiple times now, and even whilst I'm over here, just the amount of racing that can be done. So currently we've got a 6:00. So the amount of run within a 5-hour radius of where the shop is just nuts as far as an Aussie perspective, because we've got a couple of tracks that might be within a 2-hour window of Perth. So this is talking back home. But the rest of that, it's very, Ron, you'll know it's very sprawled out. So as far as our tracks and where we travel to. Here,
as far up as Kalgoorlie and as far down as Albany.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So you can travel for hours, and none of those tracks for late model racing compete with each other. So when there's a weekend on for late model racing, it's dedicated to that track. So you're not competing elsewhere within the same state. So you might compete state to state, but, I was explaining to these guys in the shop today, like how spread out our country actually is compared to the US. So basically, for me, each if you want to do a midweek show or a Friday, Saturday night show, the options, there's so many options. So Friday night, the plan is to go and do the All-Star race. But then when it comes to Saturday night, within a 5-hour window, we've got 3 tracks to choose from. So it's essentially me going, okay, do I want to compete in this series? What tyre compounds do we currently have? What series do we want to go with? What track am I more interested in racing at? Because it's also a fun experience for me to understand and experience different kinds of tracks as well. So it's very, it's not, I'm not going to say it's loose planning, but it's almost kind of like a wing it deal. So you get to the Monday after a race weekend, and on the Monday we sort of go, Josh will lay out what tracks are available and where we can go and what we'd be competing against as far as what series to run with, and then we make a choice.
So your schedule,
and even Saturday for us is,
your schedule is pretty fluid then.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool. So how long are you going to be in the States before you head back to Australia?
So I'll go back, I think it's 2nd or 3rd week in September.
Okay, so you got some time. Is there any big races or what is is there anything that's coming up that you're like, I want to be there, I want to be part of that race?
No, I'm winging it.
I'm
winging it at the moment.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you're heading back home late September. Are they going to have your car ready for you for the opener at Ellenbrook?
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw or not, but my husband actually, Carl, he came over for the first 2 weeks, which was pretty awesome. To work on race cars during the day, and rather than working a 9 to 5 and then being in the shed till all hours in the morning trying to get ready for a weekend. So we got to take in Cedar Lake just as fans, essentially, and then we headed to Tennessee and did a fun little road trip to Tennessee and took a bunch of stuff in, and then we've just been based here at the shop since I'm going to say early last week. And it's he's gone home. He's on his journey home at the moment, so he's currently in the layover in Sydney. So he's just done the Dallas to Sydney flight, and then he's waiting for a flight to Perth. He's now right in the zone. So he said to me, on the Sunday I'll go and maybe bend up some panels, or the following weekend we'll bend up some panels, and he'll start making a new body for the XR1. And our off season, because I only did about 6 shows last summer for the Australian summer. So
but you were broken up part of the time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I didn't do very many. Did like 6 race meetings, which is nothing. So as far as what would normally be an off season, bit of a pull down and rebuild and sending everything off for servicing. Shocks have already been serviced. Other than that, the car's good to go. Carl will just pop new doors, quarters on it, and I'll get a wrap sorted and we'll go. So it's actually, this one's a nice, easy off season.
Ronnie, we've had a couple of questions from listeners. First one is there a track that you're really looking forward to racing while you're here?
Other than your big tracks that, we hear about back home, I am taking, all of these are new to me. So I've been to a few dirt tracks over here in previous visits, nothing to do with me actually racing. I went to Cedar Lake. Man, that place looks like so much fun. As soon as we walked through the gates and saw the guys hot lapping, I just turned around to Carl and I said, "Man, this place looks cool." So no, look, these are all new to me. Josh certainly asked me the same question when I was back home, and he just said, "Is there any tracks that you really, really want to go to?" And we'll see if we can make it happen, depending on, obviously how far we need to travel for it. But no, I'm kind of, this goes back to the whole winging it deal again. I'm just taking it all in. It's a lot as an Aussie, as a West Aussie. We tend to predominantly race at the Perth Motorplex and then maybe do, 4 or 5 rounds based out in the regional area. Whereas now for me, like, everything is new. So formats are new, how they run the show is like, the scheduling is new tracks, new dirt, new tyre compounds, new car, so I am just loving the learning experience because it's a lot to learn and very, very quickly.
Are there any things that we're doing here in the States that you hope to take back home with you as far as procedures, anything in general?
Look, the first 2 shows I did last weekend, I was probably a bit, I don't think I was taking much in, other than because I was sort of like a bit, deer in the headlights. So I was a bit like, whoa, because my first show, it was like you're going out for hot laps. Hot laps was the first time I'd driven the car. Hot laps then turned into qualifying. I was in the first pair of guys that went out on track. So the track was a bit greasy, and all of a sudden that was my qualifying position. I'm like, oh, whoa, this is a lot. So, I haven't had time to, at those first 2 shows anyways, I kind of, I take it in and I want to learn from it and understand how this car's.
Still there? I think we had a cutout. Uh-oh.
Only because it's still new to me.
Yeah.
You're back. All right.
Oh, you there? I'm here. Sorry.
One other quick question, Ronnie. Any thoughts of going to the World 100, even if it's as a spectator?
I'll say I'm here for it.
Or would you race at Eldora?
Look, we just had I'll put my Perth Motorplex hat on, and we obviously had High Limit. We had High Limit International there just during last season our last summer, and both Brad Sweet and Kyle Larson said that the Perth Motorplex race is exactly like Eldora. It's obviously just on a smaller scale than what Eldora is. So, look, would I love to have a run there? Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm here for it. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Just fluid schedule. It could happen.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. Now, talk about the equipment you're running. I saw that you're running a Bloomquist car.
Yeah, yep, Team Zero car. And now it's got the 604 in it at the moment. It's man, it's a nice car. He's got two of them, and this one that I've been running. It's it's a very nice car.
Now, is that something you'd like to take back to Australia with you?
I would legitimately love to race that thing at the Motorplex.
How does I know you've only had a couple races so far here this year, but how does what's I guess the biggest difference between racing in Australia and racing here in the United States?
Format, definitely format. And then, I think this weekend for me might be a little bit different with the All-Star show because it comes under a series. The show that I did on a Friday night last week, I just felt a bit, how I said, I went out for hot laps and hot laps all of a sudden was qualifying, and then we had a single heat, which we rarely just do a single heat back in Australia, and then straight into feature race.
So
for some
that's
of our
probably a bit different.
For some of our listeners, why don't you explain
a regular format in Australia?
Right.
Because I have no idea what the format. I'd be like she is here.
I do.
I'm sure you do.
So a stock standard format for us for a pro dirt round is normally, and it again depends whether it's in the city or whether we go out to the country. Most guys love a standard 2-heat and feature format. If we travel, we get to add in time trials, which is qualifying. Qualifying can seed your heat, and then it's normally a reverse grid for the second heat. So it's a fair bit different to over here. We had a dabble last season. We had a super busy month, or super busy, we'll say 9 days with the late models at the Perth Motorplex, and we tried a different format. Eastern Staters all loved it. So for that one, that's time trials. You time trial in your heat group. Your time trial then sets you up for your starting position in the heat. Heat then transfers over to an A and a B dash. So your first 6 rows of the feature race go through the dash, and then there's obviously B mains, and then last chance qualifiers, and then a feature. So look, we play around with different formats, but stock standard for us is 2 heats and a feature. Yeah,
here in the States, racing 2 heat races is totally alien.
Yeah. Yes. But you guys get qualifying every time, whereas we don't get qualifying every time.
A lot of times it's group qualifying where you go out in 5-6 cars at a time. It's not always 1 or 2 cars. But, the 2 heat is definitely something that the racers here wouldn't understand. And the second heat is kind of an inversion from the first heat.
Yes, correct.
So let's talk about this. You announced a new role as Speedway Operations at Perth Motorplex this past season. How did that come about, and what exactly does that mean you do there?
The Perth Motorplex, I will say epic facility, but it is actually an epic facility. It's pretty proud to be able to work there now. So the Perth Motorplex, we have a general manager, which is Gavin Mygro. He's an ex-sprint car racer. Ron, you'll know of Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
He was the speedway manager. He moved into the general manager role, which meant that under the general manager role, we have a drag strip that's also at the same venue. So we have a drag racing manager and essentially a speedway manager. So Gavin stepped up from the speedway management role into the general manager role, and they were looking for someone to move into the position to learn what Gavin did from a management perspective, from just looking after the speedway side of the venue. Gavin reached out to me. I was seesawing at the job that I was in at the time. And then I eventually sort of just bit the bullet and committed. And then I went to America and broke my ankle. So I was a delayed start. But no, I've just done my first full season working at the venue. The team there is just, it's such I've said it so many times, but I feel like they're such a well-oiled machine as far as, and I'm just talking speedway side of the venue because that's the side that I work in, but those guys that work in that side of the venue, so well-oiled. They're a great bunch of guys. It's been awesome. The fact that, I'll forget late models for a tick, but sprint car side of things, having high limit there and being able to pull that off. Gavin, I think, spoke to Brad Sweet about it within 12 months. So I think it was August through to, I think it was a 10-month period where we actually, as a team, were able to pull off the event, and it was the first $100,000 to win race in the country. So pretty special to be a part of that. Pretty special to have the Australian late model title at that venue. That was the biggest late model race the country's ever had in the history of late models. So, that was amazing to be a part of from a Perth Motorplex perspective. And then also at the time I was the general manager of late models in Western Australia. So I wore a bunch of hats that weekend and I was racing, and that was amazing. We did a bit of a four-wide parade at the start of the second night, and I purposely started that, just down the back. This is where they played the Australian anthem and the American national anthem whilst we're just doing a parade, driving around on the track for the crowd. And so I was up the back of that and just watching. I think we have 52 cars there. May have got a little bit, may have had a little fluid in my eyes as we were rolling around. It was really special. And I come from a management background, more so with the sales side of things, and I've worked with like high performing sales teams before, and that's always been exciting, and hitting budgets and getting a team to work strategically has always been exciting. But I'll tell you, working for the Motorplex and being able to pull off some of these big events, and when you see an event, you have the brainstorm, and then you can pull an event off, and by the time that event's finished, you watch it come to fruition. It is the most rewarding feeling. So it's been a very rewarding job for me.
So your responsibilities kind of are putting together the race program?
Yeah, so calendar, so the schedule for the season, I've learnt a lot off Gavin, and he's obviously still there as I'm looking after, I'm still racing, so he's always been very clear that, while I'm still racing, not all of the pressure's on me, but as soon as I decide to retire, then I'll take on the speedway manager role in full, and then Gavin can concentrate on his role. But yeah, so it's scheduling, it's the calendar, it's scheduling on the night, it's the insurances, there's a whole bunch of things that go into to making it happen. The racing in Australia is a bit different to over here. One thing I did say to Josh is like, I feel like a lot of it's like things are so relaxed over here. And I've actually kind of enjoyed it a little,
So
to be honest with you.
at home, you don't have anything to do with the drag race side then?
Just the speedway side.
Just the speedway.
No. So they have teams that look after each side of the venue because it's such a big season. So the speedway side is a massive season. The drag racing side, in general rule of thumb, is a big season. They're taking a season off, or a portion of the season, or whatever's going on there. They're resurfacing the drag strip, which is amazing. So, it's had 25 years worth of runs on it, and there's some exciting things happening for that side of the venue. But yeah, my role is purely speedway.
So did this world take away any racing opportunities from you? I mean, cut back in your racing schedule, or you still racing the same amount as you would have had you not had this role?
So the thing that held me back was my ankle.
Oh,
from my racing. So I said to the boys at work, I was like, you guys got it good last year because I was able to be there and be a part of each of the shows and be on the infield and watching what, Gavin and Mikey do on how they run a show normally and be able to take that all in. Whereas this season, when late models are on, I'll be racing the late model and I won't be working.
So you're racing tomorrow night, I believe I saw. Where are you at? And that's that series event you said, right?
Yeah, so that's the American All-Star Series. So that's going to be Hidden Hollow, or it's got two names, Hidden Hollow, Lucky 7 Speedway. So we went there last Friday just to sort of see where we sat, kind of thing, with some of those guys. And we'll go back again on Friday night, and then night 2, as in Saturday night, got 3 tracks to choose from. So still deciding.
One of our listeners wants to know if you would ever get in a sprint car. You have some sprint car experience, don't you?
I do. So back in my early 20s, I ran a sprint car, so that was my thing. This is before late model days. But I actually am stepping back in a sprint car this season. So I've got a bit going on with the Australian summer. One of my buddies, he's a ex-speedway solo, like bike racer, and did it professionally over in Europe for a bit there. He's Lee Redmond's his name, and he's a mad midget and sprint car fan, and he raced a midget for several years once he finished on a bike. And then he's got a sprint car sitting there, and he had a chat to me, and we've got a bit of a program happening for this coming season. So I'll do a handful of shows. I won't commit to a massive summer, but we'll do a handful of shows with that car, and so I'll mix it up with the late model and the sprint car.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
John Holliday.
We'll give it a try. Don't say it's impressive just yet.
John Holliday says that if you're interested in getting some practice laps, he's co-promoter at Ponderosa Speedway, and he can make that happen if you need some practice.
Ooh, nice. Thank you.
What sponsors do you have on that car that you're running here in the States?
Very good question.
Aren't
so
you
these are all I am, but these are all so Josh used to race, his son does the racing, so Max, they're his sponsors. So Max has stepped out of the seat for me to be able to come and do this. So there's Maxima Transport. I know that much. I know that they do get a bit of help from Shane McDowell. There is a fitness company on there. There's, I'll leave it at that. I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. Sorry about that.
You're all good.
I thought that might be a trick question, Scott.
Any sponsors you want to give a shout out that's from back home that helps you out?
And we do have a lot of Aussie listeners.
Yeah, okay. For my team, I've just signed up again. So there's a Australian-owned lubricants company called Penrite. They've been backing me for quite a few seasons now. So I've signed up. I think it was a handful of weeks before I actually came out here to America. So they're back on board for another season. Oval Track Diecast and Raceway. They do all of my merchandise. Steve and Lisa do an amazing job there. And then I've got Hail.com. They look after an engine for me, and that is it.
Okay. So what's your confidence level now that you had a little bit of track time last weekend going into tomorrow night's race?
Look, I'm comfortable in the car now, and that was my biggest thing when you don't get to do any practice laps and just trying to feel what that car's like, and late models, each chassis drives quite differently. So I just wanted to see what this Team Zero car was all about. So, do I know the ins and outs of it? No, but that's a part of the learning experience. But I feel far more comfortable in the car now that I've had a couple of race meetings. Look, I know that the All-Star guys are fairly solid as far as great guys in this area. So I think I'll just have to see how I go on the Friday night and see where we sit with those guys.
Okay, that's
I think you'll find that when you get the open motor in the car, it'll drive different anyway.
Yes, yeah, and look, I expected that as well. So if they do the swap of engines, I know it's going to handle differently again, and it'll take a few more adjustments to get it right with a super motor in there. So yeah, like I said earlier, it's the whole thing's just been a massive learning experience for me, and as far as a driver, it surely can only just make me a better driver.
Well, hopefully you get a little hammer down Racing Report mojo to help you get that win, because
I wonder if that works with our Aussie racers.
I don't know. We're our listeners
let's say yes.
Our guests will go on and win their next race, so we'll see. We'll see if it works.
So let's say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do that. So if you do win, do you get to keep the money, or do you got to split it, or does it all go to the car owner?
Look, Josh has been asking me the money that we've won already. I've just said to him, let's put it straight back in and buy tyres. So that's the plan. I said to him, if we win, if we randomly win 10 grand or something, then that might be a different story. I said, but as we're going along, it's enough to buy a couple of tyres each show. So
and that'd be 10 grand US, Ronnie. That's
yeah, exactly.
That's
so even better. So exactly.
Well, we appreciate the time, and we wish you the best of luck. We're definitely going to keep an eye on how can people follow you. You have a Facebook page. Is there any other ways people can follow your racing?
Just Facebook. Yeah, I'm not. I feel like I've missed the generation with the social media thing. So I try my best with Facebook just to keep people updated. I still get a lot of messages asking what's going on and where am I racing, but yeah, I'm trying to keep it as up to date as possible. But I'm very much of when I'm at a racetrack, my phone goes away and that's it. It doesn't come out until afterwards. So yeah, I need to get a young kid or something to come and do my social.
Yeah, you need to get somebody to record you doing TikTok dances or something. That all the kids do.
Exactly.
And just for our listeners, your Facebook, I
believe
Facebook
it's Veronica
page.
McCann Red Hot Racing. Is that right?
Hot Ronnie?
That's it.
Red Hot Ronnie.
You're all over
Racing.
it.
Yep. I think it's Red Hot Racing.
Red Hot Racing.
Yeah. We'll share
You're
it. We'll share it out on our page so people can follow you, and we'll definitely be following you. And if you do end up going to the World 100 at Eldora, let us know. We'll definitely be cheering you on there.
I will. Thank you.
And then you can tell us if it really does race like the Motorplex.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a much, much bigger scale.
All right. Thanks, Ronnie. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ronnie.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Red Hot Ronnie.
Veronica McCann.
Always fun talking to her.
Yeah.
Wish we could have had her the camera work in there. So
yeah.
But yeah, very cool. Wish her
But
luck.
check out
tomorrow
our
night.
Facebook page.
Veronica McCann. It's spelled like how it is right there on your screen right now. And I think if you just type that in, then Red Hot Racing, it's after that. You'll find it. It's pretty easy. If you need parts, a fresh set of American racers, maybe a custom car, or that old drag race car thing you got that needs fixed.
Yeah.
Ron Miller Race Cars. He's the guy to call in Lambertville, Michigan. He's got what you need, plus the know-how to back it up. From full builds to safety gear and fast service, Ron's got your back. Give Ron a call, 734-856-7223, and keep your ride race ready. Ron Miller Race Cars, fueling racers one lap at a time. Just don't call him now. Call him a little bit later. I got to get used to all this new stuff here. Want your race car to turn heads? DCR Graphics has your back with killer wraps starting at just $425. He's got wraps and installs available at an additional charge as well. So if you need some help doing that, he can do that. Just schedule it ahead of time. If you need promo gear, get 8 custom diecasts just for $135. Still available for late models, sprints, modifieds, and more. Also have crew gear, T-shirts, hoodies, flags, and hats that you can add to your lineup for your whole team so they look sharp. Go to DCRgraphics.com. Call 419-308-9523 to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style. And before we do our drawing to determine our competitors in our
I'm sure
Chris
we got
Mize
a lot.
Memorial
We
Hot
got a
Dog
few
Race.
people waiting for that.
Well, we're going to do a little bit of news first because there was quite a bit of stuff that's happened recently.
Yeah.
Latest racing news.
So we mentioned this a little earlier about Connor Zilich, and he climbed out of the cockpit onto the door ledge of his
To celebrate his victory.
Of his number 88 Junior Motorsports Chevrolet to celebrate his series best 6th trophy of the season. And he slipped and fell to the ground. Medical teams arrived immediately to tend to him and transported him on a backboard to the Trackside Medical Center. NASCAR confirmed Zilich was awake and alert and was transported to a local hospital for further evaluation. He was diagnosed with a broken collarbone. He was scheduled to compete in Sunday's Cup race, but his team withdrew the entry there, and he underwent surgery, I guess, on his broken collarbone earlier this week. And did you see the video for that?
Plates and screws.
I got a message during the Saturday while we were out at Oakshade, and it was like, "Oh, there's a big, huge crash in the Xfinity race," and then I got another one. Connor Zilich, the winner, is in the hospital. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening? So,
unlike some of the sprint car races we saw where the winner crashed spectacularly, at least he did it to himself.
Yeah, well, it looked like he lost his footing there, and his foot kind of got caught inside, and
Yeah.
I thought he messed up his ankle the way that looked.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I didn't see if he's going to be out for any extended period or not, or if he'll be able to race with that broken collarbone.
Not this week. I forget who they said was going to be filling in for him, but
and I didn't get that.
maybe producer Dave knows.
Maybe. Did you see what happened to Bowman Gray last weekend?
Ooh, yeah.
Racer Robbie Brewer died following a medical incident during Saturday night's event at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Following an on-track medical incident during Saturday night's event at Bowman Gray, he was transported to an area medical center. Robbie was a talented, passionate racer and highly respected competitor. And it looked like he just kind of went on a restart head-on into the turn 4 wall, I believe it was, and then just kind of coasted down. At first I had heard heart attack, but now everything I've been reading since then, and now it just says medical incident. So I don't know exactly what that incident was. So still sad news there.
Yeah.
Spire Motorsports has decided to part ways with driver Andres Perez, who was it last fall we spoke to him, or was it 2 years ago?
Certainly.
I'm so old, everything just kind of globs together.
Well, with almost 400 shows,
The Mexican-born driver currently sits 17th in the championship points with just 2 top 10s this year. Going into the last 3 full points nights at Attica Raceway Park, They got three. Let me start that over. They have three points nights left: August 15th, 22nd, and September 5th. Attica Raceway Park will put a bounty up on all three division point leaders. Did you see that?
And they've been pretty prolific winners too.
Yeah. So the bounty will start at an extra $500 for any driver who can beat Cap Henry, Kyle Moore, or Jamie Miller. If those drivers win on Friday, that's tomorrow.
Right.
The bounty will rise to $600 for August 22nd. If Henry Moore or Miller wins on August 22nd, the bounty will increase to $1,000 on championship night. And then I think I posted something today where that Dave says the Xfinity Series is off this week, so I guess that makes sense. Where if one of those three that the bounty is on wins on championship night, then they get the $1,000.
Ooh.
I know there's a lot of...
that's some incentive to turn your wick up a little bit.
There you go, yeah, a little extra. After nearly 18 years of driving for Tony Stewart Racing, Donnie Schatz will no longer wheel the team's sprint cars. Tony Stewart Racing officials announced that Kerry Madsen will complete the season in number 15 racing with the World of Outlaws NASA Energy Drink Sprint Car Series beginning this weekend. Schatz, the 10-time World of Outlaws champion, and TSR have struggled through their worst season of Schatz's 29-year career. Madsen completed the 2021 season driving TSR's number 14 sprint car, winning 6 events in 37 starts with the team. Schatz earned 8 World of Outlaw championships and 234 victories, including 9 Knoxville National wins with Tony Stewart Racing. Probably turn that down. No, I totally just lost my place. Less than 24 hours following his release from Tony Stewart Racing, Schatz landed a ride with Big Game Motorsports for the following 7 World of Outlaw events as a teammate to reigning series champ David Gravel. Big Game Motorsports owner Todd Quiring made the news official just before noon today. Schatz will carry his traditional number 15, and he will debut tomorrow at Ogilvie Raceway in the Big O Showdown before Jackson Motoplex.
Kind of coincidentally with today's guest, Kerry Madsen is from Australia.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Schatz final show with a Big Game team will be, or actually final shows will be August 30th and 31st at Houston Speedway at the LG Everest Houston Shootout. For now, Schatz landing with Big Game allows him to continue his long-standing streak of 1,600.
Oh,
I added an extra 0. 1,600 consecutive World of Outlaw races in which he has competed. The last World of Outlaw event Schatz did not compete in goes back to Atomic Speedway on July 31st, 2003.
Whoa, that's about 22 years ago.
It's a pretty good streak, really.
Yeah.
Kubota High Limit Racing will introduce a winner bonus pool beginning in the 2026 season, further padding the pockets of race teams and drivers as it launches a lucrative franchise system, paying more than 6 figures per season across Kubota High Limit Racing's 5 winningest teams. The pool starts at $105,000 in 2026 and increases each year through 2029 when it reaches $187,500.
Wow.
With the bonus pool's 2026 debut, High Limit's winningest teams will cash an extra. High Limit's winningest team will cash an extra $40,000. Second winningest team will earn $30,000, while the third winningest team will secure $20,000 more. The fourth winningest team will add a $10,000 bonus, and the fifth winningest team will collect $5,000. So that's that 105 all spread out there. Yeah. Each year, bonus numbers are set to increase. All winner bonus monies are in addition to High Limit's previously announced franchise system values, and every team is eligible regardless of franchise or full-time status.
Okay.
That's a lot of money. For the first time, the Gateway Dirt Nationals will allow American Racer tires to compete in both super late model and open wheel modified divisions. Event management has determined that it is in the best interest of competitors to have an alternate, more affordable tire option. as always.
That's kind of lit up the internet.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Scott.
Yeah, as always, Hoosier Racing Tire will be permitted as well. The event will conduct a private on-track tire test later this fall, which will properly compare both brands and determine if any additional rule changes are necessary. Yeah, I've seen drivers arguing, saying that this is great, and I've seen drivers saying we've done this before, we've been down this road before, and it didn't work. So I don't. What do you think?
NASCAR tried it a few years ago and kind of went back to the one tire deal. Tire prices have gotten really crazy, Scott. So I think it's a good thing, if nothing more than to find out if there is a less expensive alternative, or will it force Hoosier to
lower their prices?
Yeah, Continental Tire is the parent company for Hoosier Tire. So will it force them to get competitive price-wise?
Some of the comments I did see that were supporting the one tire deal was that Hoosier puts a lot of money into some of these point funds, I guess. I don't know that for sure. That's just something I read. I don't know.
I know 20 years ago that was the case. I don't know if that's still valid. Don't know.
All right. Next, you need race parts at the track. Dittman Motorsports has you covered with on-site service at Fremont Speedway and Oakshade Raceway. They bring the shop to you. Pick up the latest late model right rear number 2 Hoosiers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Or stock up on tires for super stock, modifieds, and sportsman divisions. From high performance parts to expert support, they've got everything to keep your car dialed in and competitive. Call 419-283-8580 or visit DittmanMotorsports.com to get what you need before race day. Dittman Motorsports, your trackside advantage.
Let's revisit that tire rule thing. As a super stock racer, how would you feel if the rule then read any 8-inch tire?
I don't know. I'd have to evaluate that. I'd have to see. So what's the fastest tire? If I want to win, what tire do I need? That's kind of how I would look at it.
What if one tire is fast early on and one tire is fast late in the race, and you've got to guess as to whether it's going to go caution free?
That's tough. I don't know. I'd probably go with the cheaper one then.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was when I started. I went with the cheaper tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're still a valid option.
Does anybody run the retreads anymore?
I have not. I have not put in an order for any this year. I know when the Cook clan was there in the 21 car that's what they were on.
Really?
Yeah.
Colton Cook?
Yes.
Huh. He was running pretty good.
Yes.
On those. All right. Very cool. How about we draw for our Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race competitors?
Yeah.
Determine who's going to be running for that $200, courtesy of, let me go back to all these sponsors here.
Who's going to have to spend the next couple of days sucking down hot dogs?
All the prizes. $200 cash, freeze frame photos, winner's photo, a $50 Wallace Racing Products gift certificate, Speedy sponsor sticker, 5 gallons of racing fuel. It can be alcohol or 110, 112, whatever you run. Extra large 2-item pizza, an Oakshade admission meal pack that features 2 grandstand tickets, 2 hot dogs, and 2 sodas, and an Oakshade Raceway pit pass. And did I mention the extra large 2-item pizza, or did I skip that? Well, that's there too. Sponsors of this event include Team 1196, A to Z Mobile, A to Z 24-hour road service, Ledyard's Lawn Care, John Young Racing, Speedy sponsors, J&G Pizza and Clyde, and Oakshade Raceway, and Freeze Frame Photos. So let's do our drawing. This one will be, we're going to go with, the first one will be seed number 1. That means that person will get to choose where they want to start, inside
or outside. Yep.
Yes. So let's share the screen here. And we had 8 drivers throw their name into the ring here. So for seed number 1, it's going to be John Young.
All right.
John Young, he was the last one to throw his name in the ring. He just did that today. So John Young, there you go. You're the number 1 seed. You could win your own fuel back, I guess.
Yeah.
You're not going to be starting. We'll have to get a different starter for the event now.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find. I think Eric would probably take care of that. So, congratulations, John. You are seed number 1. John Young. All right, now let's find out who his competitor is going to be here.
Let's eliminate John.
Yep. John removed John Young. So here we go for his competitor. It looks like it's going to be Alex Krall. There you go. So John Young versus Alex Krall
are the two that are locked in.
The two primary competitors, yes. Now, should something happen to John or Alex, we're going to have two alternates here. So we'll spin for a couple alternates.
Alternate number 1
is going to be Kenny
Rice.
Rice.
He's been going really well in that new car, too.
Yeah, that car looks good. All right. And then our second alternate, find out who that's going to be. Oh! Grayson Warner.
All right.
So there you go. Those are our competitors, primary competitors, John Young, Alex Krall. Those two will be racing for all those prizes we just mentioned in the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race. And if they get the fastest time overall, a chance to win that championship belt. So, yeah. And then if either one of them are unable to make the start, they will we'll go to our first alternate, which will be Kenny Rice there. And then if he's unable to make it, we'll go to Grayson Warner. So there you go. And, yeah, we'll do this again in 2 weeks for the compacts. So if you're interested, if you're a compact racer and you're interested in competing in the hot dog race on August 30th, hammerdownracingreport.com, fill out the form there, I should say. And they're already talking smack. John Young's time's going down. Dusty Moore. So, yeah, compact drivers, fill out the form at hammerdownracingreport.com right there on the homepage. And, again, we'll draw for the two competitors and two alternates coming up in 2 weeks.
Here's a tip, guys. Show up at the racetrack hungry.
That's true. That is true, yeah. And we do have a Hammer Down hotline. We're going to do how many here in just a minute, but we got a Hammer Down hotline text here.
Really?
Yeah. Let's check that out if I can figure out where I put it. I think it's up here. Here it is. All right. So this one's kind of long, and we had to block out a name just because there were some allegations made in this, and I'm trying to protect whoever may have sent it. I don't know who sent it, but I do have access to a phone number, but I don't want to have to be subpoenaed to provide that phone number for anything if because of some of the. But anyways, here we go. This because it does have some serious issues in it. But yeah, we'll read this to you here. Hey guys, don't know if you've seen the compact feature from Oakshade this past Saturday. There was a driver blank that ran into about 5 different cars including one of the, I think it's supposed to be kid drivers, in what appeared to be intentional contact. There are videos all over Facebook that shows all the contact and also allegations that the driver may have been drunk during the race and in another race earlier this year when he drove his car right into the wall. Anyways, what are your thoughts on aggressive driving and driving a race car after you have been drinking, which are two entirely different things, which we'll address here. Also, if you were a track owner or promoter, how would you handle a situation like this? Would you like to go first? Or?
Yeah, okay. If you suspect, and drinking in the pits is cause for immediate ejection from the premises.
Absolutely.
And that's been discussed, and I believe it's black and white in the rule book, whether it's drinking or whether it's drugs. If you have knowledge that somebody next to you is drinking or on drugs, there are sheriff's deputies there. Get a hold of them or get a hold of one of the officials, and that's dangerous for everybody. They need to be escorted out. Second of all, stay off the damn internet.
We kind of talked about that last week. We had a Hammer Down hotline text about what we felt about should tracks punish drivers for bashing on the internet.
Right. Well, and the incident that is being talked about here, first of all, the videos really aren't all that conclusive because they focus kind of on one car. What led up to that, it's really hard to tell.
And videos can be cut for in different ways too, where maybe something happened just before that you don't see.
Well, and that's exactly right.
And I only got to see the end of that race that is in question because I was coming back after my feature. So I've only seen the videos that have been going around on Facebook too. But anyway.
I'm here to tell you, getting on the internet not only is going to upset some of your fellow competitors, but maybe the management at the racetrack too. So
it's going to put a spotlight on you.
Kind of keep those things to yourself, and
they may not comment. The tracks may not comment on your post.
Not just
they probably see it though.
Not
and
just the track.
They're taking note.
Not just the track that's in question, but
all tracks.
And maybe the tracks plural need to take a closer look at some of the ongoing antics on the racetrack. Yeah. And quite honestly, this is the lowest entry level division, and you're going to be racing with folks with zero
experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's true. You're welcome.
Your turn, Scott.
So I think the aggressive driving is harder to police because is that driver doing things intentionally, or is he just incapable
out of control?
Is he just can't drive?
And that goes back to this
and over driving or something.
This being the lowest of the entry level. There's going to be a lot of entry level racers there.
I mean, there are obvious signs of purposefully, going out and wrecking something. And in that case, definitely there should be a black flag or some sort of punishment, I guess. Something should be done in that case when it's blatant. But if it's not blatant, it's hard to police that, especially from a track standpoint.
Right. You're sitting in the tower
because you're not in the, you can't see everything that's going on. You can't watch unless you had somebody for keeping an eye on every single car. Things do get missed.
Yep.
And the people are human there. But anyways, that's the aggressive thing. The other thing, though, the drunk racing or being under any kind of substance or anything.
If that's
racing is dangerous enough
if
as
that's
it is.
going on, you're gone.
Yeah,
period.
Exactly. And that's my thought. I mean, if you're dumb enough to do that and be out on the track and doing something that's already dangerous enough, everybody else is putting their lives at risk, and you're taking extra risks. Get off. I mean,
whether it's alcohol or a controlled substance.
Yeah. Do that somewhere else. Yeah. Yep. Obviously, you're not. Your brain doesn't function well enough to make good decisions if you're going to.
I'm not even sure it should be condoned after the races because sometimes those things make you braver.
Yeah. So, I say if you're caught under the influence of anything at the track, in the pits, even if you're not even on the track, but as a driver and you're registered as a driver at the track and you're in the pits of any kind of substance, I'd say you're gone. You're suspended for life. That's what I would do if I was the track.
The other side of it, Scott, is if you go to somebody else's pit, you're wrong.
That's true.
You are wrong.
And I don't know what the procedure is. If you are a track and you suspect that somebody is under the influence, probably what you said is best. I mean, tell somebody at the track, and then, maybe they have the security go and check things out.
There's pit stewards. There's sheriff's deputies.
Tell somebody at the track the night of. I mean, if you don't say anything the night of and you wait until Sunday to type things on Facebook.
If you see it happening,
too late. Yeah.
If you see it happening, report it then.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So
is that good? Did we cover that enough? I think. All right. If there's something you want us to talk about, there's the Hammer Down hotline number. Give us a call, leave a message, or send us a text, 419-318-3081. That's 419-318-3081.
And that number is on the Hammer Down Facebook page.
Yeah, it is, actually. And on the HammerdownRacingReport.com page.
Right.
And again, we did block out the name there just because
don't go there.
Don't want to get involved in any slander issues. I'm not saying that the name that's blocked out did or did not do what was claimed, but it's not for me to judge.
That would be for somebody in a much higher position than us.
There you go. How about we do how many? Something a little more fun.
Yeah.
Get off the serious stuff.
How many?
Did address it then.
We did, yeah, I think so. think we covered it. We're in agreement on it. We don't always agree on things, but I guess most of the time we do, but sometimes we don't.
Sometimes.
So last week's how many late models were going to be at Millstream on Friday.
Right.
For the American American Late Model Ironman Series.
Right.
34.
Right.
We're there. And you said 37.
Yeah.
I said 38. Again, went the wrong way.
I beat you again.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. You know what?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I forgot to put these names on. We actually had a tie here. So, real quick, I need to put a couple names on here because David Keegan.
Ooh.
He picked, or he had put in his guess as 35.
Okay.
And Amber Hovis.
Both pretty prolific winners.
Yeah. Put in her guess as 33. So they were
both
one up
off
and one below. So,
and this isn't The Price is Right. It's
right.
just the closest.
The closest. So we're going to spin the wheel again to determine this week's winner of a Hammer Down Race Report window sticker courtesy of DCR Graphics, which hopefully you have at your place.
I do.
Good. So here we go. Let's put this on the screen so everybody can see it. There's the two names. So these two have a 50-50 shot. We should pick who's going to win this. Who do you have?
Oh, the Hovis family wins so often. I'm going for David Keegan.
Oh, okay.
And it's Amber Hovis.
Amber Hovis, congratulations. You have a Hammer Down Racing Report sticker.
Nothing against you, Amber. We're just having fun.
Yeah. Are you going to be out at the track on Saturday?
Yes, I am.
To help out with the hot dog race, too?
Yeah.
Bring, if you could bring her sticker out there. They usually get those out there.
Okay.
Thanks. So congratulations to Amber Hovis, our winner this week. And our next how many for next week. And we're going to do, since I'm out of the Hammer Down Race Report window stickers currently, until we get some more from DCR Graphics, hint, hint, it's Speedy Sponsor stickers going to the winner of our how many. Next week. Starting next week, yes.
Okay.
And it actually has to do with something Speedy Sponsors is sponsoring. Can you guess what it might be? SpeedySponsors.com. Check it out. And if you're a racer, set up your free profile. The Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race.
Yeah.
So our how many? I know I didn't type this in, but it's pretty easy. There's no math involved.
Oh.
And now you have a basis for this, too, with the times I provided. Dusty Moore's time was 2:49.88. 2 minutes, 49.88 seconds. How many total seconds for the winner of the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race number 3 for the Dominator Superstocks?
So you want it in seconds?
Seconds, yes.
Okay.
How many total seconds?
Okay.
So Dusty's would have been...
It would be 60 plus 60 plus
48.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
120, 168.
Yeah, that would have been Dusty's. So you get to pick first. Mr. I always win how many?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I think that the hot dog portion of this is going to go faster. So
Do you think they're going to beat Dusty's time?
I think it's going to be very close.
I mean, you know the competitors now. You got Alex Kral and you got John Young. You got a younger guy versus a little bit older guy. Is that going to make any difference getting in and out of the car?
I'm thinking it's going to be very close, but no cigar. 174.
174 seconds. Okay. Now I got to figure out what that is minute-wise. So it's about, 10 seconds more than Dusty's? Yeah, because 180 would be 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 180 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm going 180. So I'm not going to be right on the edge of you this time. So put in your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live, and we'll give you up until 4 o'clock on Saturday. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, you still have time, if it's not 4 o'clock on Saturday yet, to head on over to our Facebook page, find our live video, and just put your guess in the comments there. And Yeah, everybody else is getting high numbers. John and Alex, they don't have much faith in them beating Dusty's time.
I'm telling you, the late model guys were really slow on the hot dogs,
they were.
And we've gotten some questions, Scott.
Kim Edwards is doing a 150 there.
Yeah, we
should also add in, who do you think's going to win too?
Yeah,
who's going to get that time?
But we've had some questions about some technicalities, and
the rules are pretty open. There's only a few rules.
The hot dog eating is pretty much wide open, and
again, the rules are drivers have to be legal for the class
right.
at Oakshade as far as their safety equipment and being buckled in and everything. Do a lap, get out, unbuckle, unstrap, or whatever you need to do. I mean, there's no rules on what they need to take off or not. I find it hard to eat a hot dog with a helmet on, and drink a pop.
Now, somebody asked me that there is a competitor with a bubble-faced helmet. Could they leave the helmet on and just flip that up? I said certainly, because we don't have a rule in that class that says what kind of helmet you have to wear.
That's true.
I suppose you could wear an open face helmet and goggles.
Okay, yeah. And as far as eating the hot dog and however you want to eat it, what was it? Somebody was saying that the key is to take smaller bites instead of trying to take big bites and swallow, because then you can't swallow it as quick. So there's different techniques. We'll see what these two come up with. It'll be interesting. As far as racing this weekend, let's check out our DCR Graphics race menu for this weekend.
This weekend's racing menu.
So Friday night, we got a couple of tracks in action. Lorraine Raceway Park, they have a two-night program. They're running Friday and Saturday this weekend. Yeah, Friday night for Lorraine Raceway Park, Trident Stock Car Nationals preliminary night, featuring street stock preliminary events, factory stocks, and must-see crate sprints. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7. General admission is $20 there at Lorraine Raceway Park, and this could be the last year that track and Sandusky both up for sale. Future's a little uncertain for both of those tracks. Attica Raceway Park also back in action Friday night. It's 5-star maintenance FE Croca and Associates Krogan Colonial Bank Ohio Truck Sales Night.
Yeah, I saw that. That was quite a mouthful.
That was a lot. 410 sprints, late models, and 305 sprints in action there at Attica. Gates open at 5, racing at 7:45. General admission, $22. Saturday, Lorraine Raceway Park. It's Trident Stock Car Nationals feature day with modifieds, Grand Nationals, factory stocks, and outlaw super sprints. Gates open at 2:30, racing at 6. General admission, $25. Flat Rock Speedway. It's the Royal Truck and Trailer Triple 50s, 50-lap super late models, 50-lap street stocks, 50-lap figure 8. Kids Power Wheel Demo Derby, and fireworks.
Woo.
Gates open at 4, racing at 7, $21 general admission there at Flat Rock Sandusky Speedway. It's Kart Night, Great Lakes Trucks, Factory Stocks, and Karts in action. Gates open at 4, racing at 7 o'clock. General admission is $15. Oakshade Raceway, as we mentioned, Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race number 3 for the Dominator Super Stocks. Dirt car, late models, DCR Graphics Sportsman, Dominator Super Stocks, and Compacts all in regular competition as well. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:15. General admission $15. Wayne County Speedway, it's Food Drive Danny Gardner Memorial with 410 sprints, UMP modifieds, UMP late models, super stocks, and mini sprints. Gates open at 3, racing at 7:15. General admission $20 there at Wayne County. Butler Speedway, Great Lakes Super Sprints night. Great Lakes Super Sprints, 410 sprints, street stocks, and 4 cylinders. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $20 there at Butler. Montpelier Speedway in action once again. Back to school / Terry Hull Memorial Night. UMP Modifieds, USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets, and 410 non-wing sprints in action. Gates open at 4, racing at 8 o'clock. General admission is $18. And then Monday, Fremont Speedway. It's the Fremont Fence Kiss the Cow Night with 305 sprints and Powder Puff dirt trucks. Gates open at 4:30, racing at 7:30, and general admission is it's $11 to get into the fair and $7 for grandstand, so $18 total.
I didn't look to see if there's going to be streaming on that or not.
I think so. I think I did see the rev limit.
Rev limit?
Yeah, I'm pretty
it's
sure.
going to be streamed?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Do you have it?
I do.
I might have to come over and watch that. Again, that's
it's really
Monday
no big.
night.
It's no big deal. It's just pay-per-view, single event, $19.99, so $20.
Any issues with buffering or anything, or is it work pretty good?
It's actually pretty well. It's very well produced.
Nice. So how's the weather? I know you kind of smirked
Scott,
a little bit. How are we looking for this weekend?
Friday, Saturday are spectacular. Again, like last Saturday, everything in the upper Midwest is going to be hot. We're talking low 90s and some humidity again. Sundays, later in the day, some rain's going to come in.
We don't have any races on Sunday, so.
But Monday, the rain is going to linger and maybe even into Tuesday. It just depends on how quickly it clears out.
So there's a chance that it won't rain.
There's a chance that Monday night it will clear it out.
All right. Hold you to it.
Sunday night, not good.
Well, good thing we're not racing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Other series action this weekend. The Napa Auto Parts All-Star Circuit of Champions, the Kelly Kinzer Classic at Bloomington Speedway in Indiana. That's tomorrow night. And then Paragon Speedway on Saturday night. Kubota High Limit Racing will be in action on Friday at Thunderbolt Raceway in California. As I said, that's Friday night. And then Placerville? How do you pronounce that one? I always pronounce it wrong. Is it Placerville?
Yeah.
I always think it's that, but then I think I say it wrong. Anyways, that's in California, too. That's Saturday night, Placerville Speedway. So, High Limit Series over in the left coast.
Yeah.
World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models. They'll be at Spoon River tonight. Yeah, tonight's August 4th. Yeah, that's tonight. Spoon River Speedway in Illinois, and then it's the Hawkeye 100 at Makokita Speedway in Iowa on Friday and Saturday, the 15th and 16th. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, the Big O Showdown at Ogilvie Raceway in Ogilvie, Minnesota. It's going to be Friday night. Then it's Jackson Motorplex in Jackson, Minnesota on Saturday. And Mississippi Thunder Showdown at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in Fountain City, Wisconsin on Tuesday, August 19th. NASCAR Crash and Truck Series in action for the Euro 250 at Richmond Raceway. That'll be on Friday, August 15th, tomorrow night at 7:30. That'll be on FS1. Cup Series also at Richmond for the Cookout 400. That'll be Saturday night, 7:30 on USA. And finally, the ARCA Menard Series, one of your favorite races, the Springfield ARCA 100 at Illinois State Fairgrounds on Sunday. That'll be at 2 o'clock on FS1.
Pretty cool. Yeah. That's a good race.
And we do have a bleacher creature before we wrap up the show.
But there's another, actually two more races. Bull Ring at Ottawa Lake, the go-kart races, both Saturday and Sunday. Check it out. Bull Ring at Ottawa Lake.
One of those is like the Idiot Series, isn't it?
Yes, the Idiot Series is on Sunday.
Okay. Very cool. Here is our bleacher creature before we wrap up tonight's show.
Ooh.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Science couldn't explain it, but there it was, alive, immensely strong and destructive. A woman's beauty, the bait that brought it out of its lair.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bleacher Creature featured concession item of the day. Today, we're talking about my son's favorite concession item, French fries, at Oakshade Raceway. And here with me today is the infamous Bolton Colton. What do you say, Colton? What's the best thing about French fries at Oakshade Raceway?
They're crispy and juicy. It's just amazing. And with a little ketchup, it's just the best.
What else can you put on the French fries?
Cheese, it's also amazing with cheese. Just awesome with cheese, too.
I mean, I like putting vinegar on it until when I eat them, I cough. I mean, that's kind of how I like doing them.
Yeah, you can do that, too.
but they are really good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Super good. So the next time you're at Oakshade Raceway, be sure to go to the French fry line, say hi to Angie, and get you some delicious French fries.
Thank you for coming on this Bleacher Feature Creature Report.
Bleacher Creature Feature Report.
Okay.
Go ahead and say it.
Bleacher Feature Creature.
No, you keep saying Bleacher
Bleacher Creature Feature Report.
Thank you. That's all for tonight, kids. And remember, low is slow. Them pit lizards are looking for someone that ain't scared to do a little cushion pushing.
Okay. Well, at least Bolton Colton has made his Hammer Down Racing Report debut.
That was very nice. Again, still time for compact drivers at Oakshade to sign up for the Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race. Just go to hammerdownracingreport.com and fill out the form there.
One last word on the weather report.
Yeah.
Next week, temperatures down, humidity down. It's going to be downright chilly a couple of nights next week.
I'm okay with that as long as
You
there's
betcha.
no R word involved.
You betcha.
Awesome. So Chris Mize Memorial Hot Dog Race for the compacts coming up on August 30th. This weekend, this Saturday, the 16th, we're going to have the Dominator Super Stock moment between John Young and Alex Kroll. So
Probably.
Probably. There you go. Thanks to producer Dave Kemmer, contributors John Young, Matt Swanner, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. And, of course, you can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Check us out at hammerdownracingreport.com. And if you have an inkling or the time, just make sure to rate and review us. Share us with your friends. It helps.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Thanks to our sponsors, and also support our sponsors, too. Because, without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And I put quite a bit of an investment in our new streaming service and into this box down here that makes it happen. And we haven't had dropouts like we had the past few weeks. So.
And thanks to all of our Aussie listeners for tuning in tonight.
Absolutely.
We know it's early in the morning, but we think it was worth it.
Thanks to Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Magic Moment Entertainment, Dipman Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics, and Freeze Frame Photos. Thanks to our guest this week, of course, Red Hot Ronnie, Veronica McCann. Always a pleasure talking to her. Wish her best of luck tomorrow night in that Bloomquist Team Zero late model.
Right.
So, well, and I'm not sure how to make this happen with this. Apparently, I can't just click this. So I'm not sure. We may have a little delay after we read the end here.
Well, okay, we'll try it.
Should we try it?
Sure.
We might have to do it twice. Let's
go for it.
Let's see what happens if we do. Let's do it. See you next Thursday at 7. That's a wrap on show number 391 of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Yeah, see, no, that apparently that's not. We're going to have to do it again.
Oh, no.
I wonder if I hit end stream if it plays.
We've never ended with...
It may play twice. Let's do this. All right. See you next Thursday at 7 o'clock. That's a wrap on show number 391 of the Hammer Down Racing Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.